my team tells me that I also should tell you about the SI command, because I kind of brushed on it and it needs a little bit more explanation. So the SI command is something that we call Scramjet Interface, so essentially something to connect to the clouds from your own environment, dev environment, wherever you do your coding. So let's say that you run your coding environment on your own laptop. All you need is to have a Linux-compatible environment. It could be Windows, it could be Mac. In Windows, you would need probably Bash and Node.js. In Linux and Mac, that's pretty much the same. And once you have that, there's the instruction in the CLI setup link here. 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 What you need to do is copy the two commands, essentially. The first command will install the SI command with npm, and the second command will provide the API keys that are needed to connect to our platform. Now, with the SI command, what you can do is use a couple of simple commands. The first one that you'll probably want to use is SI init. It will allow you to create a stub of your program and, essentially you create an empty directory, you enter that directory from command line, you issue that SI init command. You can, use --help to guide you through the process. And then you'll get all the files in that directory that are needed to run your program, essentially. The next really useful command would be the SI completion. This will set up the bash completion for you, so you can use that very clever tap functionality and see all the commands that SI supports. Then there's a number of commands under SI hub. This allows you to list your hubs. So as I told you, you can connect your Raspberry Pi or your cloud services. You'll see them all in the SI hub ls. Obviously, you can see it here in spaces, but sometimes I know it's much easier to run that from the command line. The next thing is SI sequence, or SEQ, which is sequence for short. And then you can essentially send your sequence. You can pack it, so create a package target zip file, essentially with all your files in there. You can start your sequence, and finally you can also list all your sequences. Now remember that the sequence has to have all the code that it uses inside of it. So if you're using Python or if you're using Node.js, remember to pack all your dependencies into the target file. Otherwise, well, we don't have all the dependencies in the world and we don't know exactly which versions are needed. So we're not trying to be, smarter than you and you know best. So put them in the package.json file if you're using Node, or in the requirements.txt file if you're using Python, and remember to install them beforehand. There's a number of really good guides on how to write your sequences in the docs section somewhere here. Then once you've started your sequence, you'll want to use the SI instance command, which lists all the running sequences. And that obviously has that SI instance ls command, which will show you the whole list. But it also has the possibility to grab logs from that sequence, from that running sequence. You can see whether the sequence is healthy or not. And finally, if you just need to stop it or kill it, as we sometimes need to do, then there's SI instance kill or SI instance stop commands. So this should be quite useful. The next thing is, of course, topics. as I mentioned, these are the things that allow you to connect different sequences. You can see how they work and how they operate in the SI topic command. I may not have covered everything, and as we expand our system, these things may come along. So remember that whenever you write si --help, this information will show itself to you, and you'll get additional info on every single command. If you do si sequence --help, you'll get the help specifically for that. Anyway, if you feel that there are some features missing from our command line or our platform in the support section, you can also send us a feature request, and we'll be happy to review it and look at it. And yeah, and there's the Discord link as well. Remember that we are waiting for you. We are feeling a bit lonely there? No, not really. But in fact, we are waiting for you, and we are happy to answer all your questions, help you out, hear about your strange use case with Raspberry Pis identifying the cats as they enter your home and sending them over to your text message system in the cloud. That's an interesting one, isn't it? I was told by Alicia to actually specifically say that, because she's a very big cat person, more of a dog person, but yeah, that's not important now. Anyway, have fun with the SI command, and if you have any questions, remember the Discord. Great.